I actually met the Dunwells through Lucy May in a bar in Camden about 7 years ago. So
Oh
it's
wow.
amazing how things come back full
Full
circle.
circle. Love it. Love it.
Get radio breakfast with Rich Smith.
Catching up with a friend of the show, of course, it's Duncan Chappell from Big Ginger Tom Music. Morning, Duncan. How are you?
Good morning, Rich. I'm good now, and I do apologise for being late. One of those things completely went out my head.
As I said to you when we were just chatting in the song, nothing says early January than just going, oh God, I've got to be here and doing this. Oh God, I've totally forgotten, totally forgotten. You're, of all people, you are not a problem at all, and you're more than welcome. More than also, Happy New Year to you as well. When do we stop? When do we stop saying Happy New Year? Is there a general rule with that? Is there a date?
I'm going to stop doing it this week. I've decided in my email to people, end of this week, that will be it. No more Happy New Year's. So
I'm going to make a note of that and say after this week, no more Happy New Year. It's not a Happy New Year after that. No more, no more. Anyway, I digress. We're chatting about everything apart from the things that we should be chatting about. Big Ginger Tom Music, the kind of the folk, the country, the kind of Americana scene that Duncan's in. I've actually learned loads more about it just through conversations with Duncan as well. But also, it feels now that mainstream, here at Get Radio, when we started out, the thought of having lots of country-inspired songs or lots of folk-inspired songs, Gigi Perez, your Beyoncé's, all that kind of stuff who have gone down this country road, it feels like the genre is booming at the minute. That's quite a hefty question to kick us off with, but it does feel that way.
I think country has expanded its range immensely. I mean, you talk to some old timers and they'll tell you the country isn't country anymore.
Yeah, of course.
I guess I focus more on the folk and Americana side of things, though I do actually have a country artist coming in February supporting Sam Kelly, a girl called Sarah Yeo. Or Sarah, I don't know whether it's Sarah Yeo or Sarah Yeo. I need to ask her how you pronounce her name. But she actually runs a country and western festival down in Devon. So anyways, I've got her coming up in February. This month we've got Lucy May Walker and the Dunwells. Lucy May Walker was here in September in Harwell. She went down so well. She did support for the Dunwells, went down so well. We brought her back and we're doing a double bill. In fact, the Dunwells actually produced her album, so they know each other very well. And I actually met the Dunwells through Lucy May in a bar in Camden about 7 years ago. So it's amazing how things come back full
circle. Love it, love it. Isn't that? It's always the way though, with the music scene, isn't it? It just the chance meetings, a drink at a bar, seeing a band and kind of going, oh wow, I like that, or just having an ear and a conversation, and amazing things sprout from that.
I mean, we love the Dunwells. We actually they did a house gig for us in October last year, and which went really, really well. But so anyway, they're back in Harwell in January on the 17th. This year, let's talk about last year. Last year we had a record year in Harwell. We had 3 sellout shows. We averaged over 100 a show, and so it was a really, really good year in Harwell. And overall, Big Ginger Tom Music entertained over 1,000 people across. We had 22 artists, 14 gigs, 22 artists, and entertained over 1,000 people, which I'm pretty proud of.
That's amazing. That is incredible. We're hearing the word that's been added to the Oxford English Dictionary literally today, passion project, and to hear a passion project that is actually bearing fruit, that is doing wonderfully well, as we've caught up, literally across the 4 years of Get Radio that we're doing this.
But
it's amazing.
7 years ago when we started, if you told me we would have Show of Hands in Harwell Village Hall, I'd have never believed you. This year we're bringing Seth Lakeman to Harwell. So and possibly Tony Christie. So
okay, well there's just to drop that in there. Crikey. I mean, it's just gone from strength to strength. And do you think that kind of do you think this mainstream sort of filtering in is helping with what you do as well? Because it was kind of the grassroots level. We're moving up from the grassroots level now. But is there kind of a synergy between that popular thing and people kind of, I don't know.
I still think there's a big gap, because I mean the big artists, they still seem to get sellout shows, but it is still very, very difficult to try and attract people to the smaller artists that they may not
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But rather than paying like hundreds of pounds a ticket, it's like £15 a ticket, and it's very difficult to try and persuade people to come and take a chance on something that they don't know. Even though we had a good year last year, this year's still looking a bit quiet in terms of ticket sales. But I mean, we got some great people coming to Harwell. We got Sam Kelly, Ashley Hutchings, who was one of the original Fairport convention people, the Ha, who are an amazing. They're more trad folk. Sam Carter, another great folk artist. Megson, who haven't been in Oxfordshire for a couple of years. As I said, Seth Lakeman, Nine Barrow coming back again, and Rusty Shackle, who are an awesome Welsh band, really upbeat, real good fun band. We got them coming back in December because again they went down very well in, I think we had 2023 December. We had them back. So we've got a few returning people, a few new people, and yeah, it should be a good year.
Is it your busiest year? It just when I'm perusing the sort of bits and bobs that you've got on, it feels like that there's a lot going on this year, and I know sort of things kind of get added on throughout the year as well, but it feels a big
We
one.
normally do about 10 gigs. We hope to add a couple of house gigs in there as well. Seeing how things go, but we're going to become grandparents in April, so I think that might change things. So.
Oh, congratulations! Amazing. Oh, that's brilliant news. Brilliant news. That always, it might kind of get to kind of curtail the promotion side of things. We were chatting just before we came on it as well. Some of the bands that you look after as well, and I just the buzz that you've had from the kind of festival scene and the love that you've put into looking after people, caring for people, and promoting people. Just kind of explain what's happened with Ranagrai this season, because it's been amazing.
When we first saw Ranagrai, it was in the big comfy bookshop in Coventry, which no longer exists anymore, unfortunately. It was like a 30-40 cap venue. And we first saw them there. I got chatting with Eliza, who's the main driving force behind it, and yeah, we loved them so much. We booked them like for the following year. Within 48 hours, we'd got them booked. So to see them go from playing like a 30 cap venue to be backstage at Cropredy, looking out at 10,000 people whooping and hollering and cheering for them was just awesome, absolutely awesome. Probably my highlight of the year, I think. It's just fantastic to see how they've progressed and they've become so tight now, and they take their own sound engineer with them now, so they know they can get their sound sort of thing. So I mean, we're hoping to have them in July, possibly put an extra date on in July. So
I mean, literally everything is growing, and family included, and sounding wonderful and incredible. So you mentioned a couple of bits and bobs coming up early doors. Where can people find out more information? Certainly with the sort of the January, February gigs that are obviously just on the horizon.
So biggingertonmusic.co.uk, go onto the events page. You can find out all the information there. As I said, we've got Lucy May Walker and the Dunwells coming up on the 17th of January, and the Sam Kelly Trio on the 22nd of February. I must just mention the Music at the Unicorn as well. I collate the programme for the Unicorn Theatre in Abingdon. So again, musicattheunicorn.org.uk, you can find information there. We have the Rosellis coming up on the 16th of January. And then I think it's the 13th of February, it's a Thursday, we've got Phil Beer, one half of Show of Hands, coming to Abingdon. So a good couple of months a good couple of gigs to start January and February with. So
lovely stuff. It's always great when promoters are putting stuff on in January and February as well, like inherently kind of always avoided, but I'm so pleased you're doing it, and best of luck with everything, and keep in touch.
And you've got to come down sometime, Rich.
I've been saying it for far too long, and you know what I'll do? As soon as I put the faders down and we have a chat off air, I will say exactly the same thing, and I'm looking at the dates in front of me now, and I'm going, I am making one of these come hell or high water. So that is happening. Duncan, always great catching up with you, and I will catch up with you straight after we play the song. It's Duncan Chappell there from Big Ginger Tom Music. Make sure you catch all the fantastic events. Just search for Big Ginger Tom Music